Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are gonna be reading the story called The Best Nest by P.D. Eastman. This is a beginner's book. You can read it by yourself. Well, let's start. The Best Nest. Mr. Bird was happy. He was so happy he had to sing. This was Mr. Bird's song. The mom bird looks angry. I love my house, I love my nest, in all the world my nest is best. That's a cool song. Then Mrs. Bird came out of the house. It's not the best nest, she said. And why is that? I'm tired of this old place, said Miss Bird. I hate it. Let's look for a new place right now. Poor Mr. Bird, he looks so scared. So they left the old place to look for a new one. This place looks nice, said Mr. Bird. Let's move in here. But somebody else already had moved in. Get out of here! I'm a raccoon, and Mr. Raccoon and I live here. So they looked at another house. This one looks nice, said Mr. Bird, and there's nobody in it. Get out of here, that's my shoe. You're wrong, said Miss Bird. This house belongs to a foot. So they went on looking. I like this one, said Mr. Bird. It has a pretty red flag on the roof. I've always wanted a house with a flag, said Miss Bird. Maybe this place will be all right. Finally. But it was not all right. I guess I made a mistake, said Mr. Bird. The Mrs. Bird is shocked. You make too many mistakes, said Mrs. Bird. I'm going to pick a new house. And here it is, right here. They flew in. They looked around. It could use a bit of touches, but I guess it's okay. Isn't it too big? Asked Mr. Bird. I love this big place, said Mrs. Bird. This is the place to build our new nest. They went right to work. They needed so many things to build their nest. First, they got some hay. Let's take some hay, yeah. They got some soda straws. My soda straw. I was drinking with it. And broom straws. They got some sweater strings. No, my sweater strings. My grandma knitted those. They got some stocking string. Let's take it while he's sleeping. And mattress stuffing. Oh, that little white thing is mattress stuffing through the hole. I wonder if the man is sleeping or reading a newspaper and seeing the birds taking his little pink socks and mattress. They got some horsehair. The horse won't notice us. Come on, take it. They got some man hair from a hippie. Well, I think he's blind, or maybe he's sleeping with sunglasses. Soon they had all the hay, all the straw, all the string, all the stuffing, all the horsehair, and all the man hair they could carry. That is a lot. They took it all back to their nest. Mr. and Mrs. Bird worked very hard. It took them the rest of the morning to finish their nest. That is a giant nest. This nest is really the best, said Mrs. Bird. I want to stay here forever. Mr. Bird was very happy too. He flew to the top of his house. He sang his song again. I love our house, I love our nest, in all the world our nest is best. He was so busy singing, la 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 He didn't see Mr. Parker coming. Tra-la-la, I'm Mr. Parker. Every day at 12 o'clock, Mr. Parker came to the church. Mr. Parker came to pull a rope. The rope went up to the bird's new nest. Bang, bang, bang. The rope rang the big bell right under Mrs. Bird's nest. Bang, 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 bang. Poor Mrs. Bird, she's shook. Mrs. Bird got out of there as fast as she could fly. Zoop! Bang, 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 bang. I see Mr. Bird scream too. When Mr. Bird came in, all he could see was a mess of hay and string and stuffing and horsehair and man hair and straws. But there was no Mrs. Bird. I will look for her until I find her, said Mr. Bird. He looked high, he looked low, he looked everywhere for Mrs. Bird. He looked down into a chimney, but Mrs. Bird wasn't there. I am not surprised. That chimney looks like somebody farted inside a house, and the smell is coming out of a chimney. Oh my God. He looked down into a water barrel, but Mrs. Bird wasn't there. Yeah, all he could see was his reflection. Then he saw a big fat cat. There was a big fat smile on the fat cat's face. There were some pretty brown feathers near the fat cat's mouth. Oh, Mr. Bird began to cry. Oh, my dear, he cried. This big fat cat has eaten my Mrs. Bird. Oh. Mr. Bird flew off. I'll never see Mrs. Bird again. Yeah, because she's dead. It was getting dark. It began to rain. It rained harder and harder. Mr. Bird could not see where he was going. I can't see where I'm going. Crash! Mr. Bird bumped into something. Crash! It was his old house. That old house that Mrs. Bird hated. I'll go inside, said Mr. Bird. I'll rest here until the rain stops. Mr. Bird went in, and there was Mrs. Bird sitting there and singing. I love my house, I love my nest, and all the world, the nest is best. La 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 la. You here, gasped Mr. Bird. I thought you hated this whole old nest. Mrs. Bird smiled. I used to hate it, she said, but a mother bird can change her mind. You see, there's no nest like an old nest for a brand new bird. And when the egg popped open, the new bird thought so too. Wow, hello, Mommy. Hello, Daddy. I am in this world. Okay, that is it for today, guys. I hope you liked the story, The Best Nest. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. Well, that's it for now. That is it for today. Thank you and bye.